What a great day once again. It's the host of Blackanized Report, me, myself, and I. But I don't deal with those things because the I is never greater than the we. And we have to come together to unify. That's the only reason, as a people, we can stop in our dying. But we all gonna die. We're gonna disintegrate, dissipate our bodies. That's about it. Then our spirit and soul go back to the spiritual abode, where the creator of all things uh, abounds. So with that, I'd like to say peace, power, and love on this great day of life. This great day for us to continue in our way, gaining back our senses and our direction, and also understanding and dealing with the detection of and being and developing protection for ourselves and our communities and our homes upon the globe. Oh Lord, because they always got us on an attack, starting from our children first, dealing with vaccinations and stuff. Vaccinations is the most crippling thing that they have done in their trickery. They would tell parents that your children are too aggressive. Your children need to slow down. Your children need to do this and children need to do that. And what do? You take the checks and run with it. And they say your child might have autism or this and that. Then you start giving your child Ritalin and all those other type of drugs, so DDD and DDL and all that. And Umar Johnson said, man, that is unrealistic. And then also had got some stuff from what's that? Scientology, that organization there, dealing with psychiatry. And they said that that ain't no reality because their study of the mind has fallen short. They give you all these type of drugs to deal with the drug industrial complex. All those psychedelic drugs and all that. You pay more for legal drugs than you do for illegal drugs, and both of them don't mean you no good. But I'm get back to our children. See, we sell our children out when naturally they supposed to, or they be wanting to move about. They want to go outside. They want to see things that's happening and all that because it's all new to them. But they'll say, oh no, they got autism or they got this or they got that. But it comes from the vaccination that they gave them through your permission. See, they give them stuff that's like a time capsule. It won't affect them right then, but it'll affect them later on. And then after they get you to agree to giving them medicine, they'd be more affected. And then we have a group of people, our youth, all caught up on drugs and slowed down and all that. And they don't need to be slowed down. They're supposed to be ripping running because they're children. So we got to stop that. We got to look into what we're doing. We got to look into our health, our wealth, our academics, and everything. And it's all pertaining to the children, first and foremost. Because them the ones that we send to our enemy's school. I say our enemy because they don't mean us no good. They can play the game of hypocrisy that looks so good and all that. But other than that, I'm telling you, it's just a charade. It's really just a charade. Like it's a parade of hypocrisy. It's supposed to be about the democracy, but man, I'm telling you, it ain't like that. And we do ourselves the most detriment in following suit in the game that they're playing. We allow them to shuffle a deck and deal us from the middle of the deck and load the deck and or load the dice or whatever the price is that we allow them to play with us and play on our intelligence. And it's like we believe that nothing can't be changed. We believe that we can't, as a people, unify. We believe that we can't run our own system. We did it when they had segregation. When the Black Wall Streets, that was the time of segregation. See, but they put the trick in the trap, and the trap was the integration. See, we got, after they seen how we run our operation, that we can have a whole city life better than they. We had transportation, movies, and all that. But they bombed them and burned them down and had race riots and all our big Black Wall Streets from Florida to Oklahoma. Because they were jealous. You know how they be saying hater, people be hating on you? Well, they hated on us. They've been hating on us since they've been in contact with us. But see, the thing is, I can't see it and I can't put my hand on it or my mind on it. Not just yet. How did they get in the position of controlling the world like they do or like they have? See, they unified on their lie. They unified on their so-called religion, their so-called holidays, and everything. And they implement it in our mind. Like, ain't no way we can get around this. And I be saying to myself, we wasn't in this situation at first. These people came and studied at our feet. We had great civilization before we ever met them, before we ever came in contact with them. And even when they came out to caves, and even when they had the Vatican, when the Vatican, 1453 or was it 43? When the Vatican said, the Pope said, it wasn't Pope Pope Leo. I'm not sure about which Pope it was, but they did the Bull Papist. I should say it was some bull, but I can't, cuss like that. So, but they call it the Bull Papist. And in the Bull Papist, they said that we were heathens, so they can come and take our land and everything that we had and try to break our plan or not let us plan again. And they had to implement this and keep it on, keep it pressing, keep it put it in our mind. They broke us. They broke us. Remember George Jackson said never be counted among the broken men. See, but back then they killed us off and raped us, and they implemented such a vicious, immoral, monstrous. I mean, it was a monster. It was just so deadly what they did. They instilled fear in us in that early time and divided us up all over the world. They divided us up in Africa, in Akabu land. They divided us up in Turtle Island, what they call America. But we have overcome that and we have become stronger. We showed them by the Black Wall Streets, but they still got this system intact. And the system still got us under attack. And it's a fact that some of us will not go against the system because we believe that the system is greater than us. We believe that everything about the system that we must trust. We must trust in the system God. We must trust in the system food system. We must trust in the system financial system. We must trust in every aspect of this system that we know for sure don't really have our best interests at heart because it's based on racism and European privilege. because white is a creation that they did in 1683, I believe, to make themselves be somewhat, in their dictionary, what they describe pure and all that. But in our time, in our day and time, white was a connotation of death. Yeah, it was death. And not good, it was evil. So we have to switch things around so we can, still be around, because we don't know what they might do in their foolery and their foolishness, especially with all the people that be in or part of this foolish paradigm that we be in. They try to manipulate our mind and control our mind, but it's not in this day and time, because as the sun rises every day, this year, in this era, in this timeline, as the planets align, and this is the age of Aquarius, so the knowledge is being given to us in terms of energy and divine insight, divine and spiritual. All we have to do is tap into it and be who we're supposed to be as a people. The original people, as we are divine by nature. That's why we so giving and loving and healing and all that. But see, when you program, you can come out of your state of mind and be caught up in all the lying and deceit and hurting your own people, because we ain't being who we supposed to be. And I'm saying this from the perspective of, I have accepted not my plight here, but my flight from here into a new paradigm, a divine mind in this divine time. See, I know, not through faith or belief, but through knowledge and research, that what we have is a divine power, and all we have to do is be it. All we have to do is know who we are, then practice that, what we are, the divine nature that we are. And we come together. We come together in unification, through communication, through understanding the universe, to have a profound effect upon the universe. And see, they try to say that we've been cursed. All that stuff is foolery and folly. We can't believe in their religion. We can't believe in their holidays. We can't practice those things. Just like this one coming up. Everyone that be coming up, it got a story to it. Independence Day had a story to it. It wasn't our independence. And then it was like trickery in that. Because now America is a corporation of England, and they went through that in 1776 when they supposed to won their independence. Now, this holiday is the Lupercan holiday of the wolves. That's what the Lupercan means. And look it up on Google. Google it up and see what this Valentine is really all about. His style is the style of the show, because they get virgins and all, or not virgins, just women, take them out in the woods and chase them, or they have one particular one that they do what they do to her and maybe kill her. But the story is being told in their books that they describe what they do. See, they think they're so powerful that they'll tell us what they do, and we just overlook it. See, they say, I hate saying that. They say that for us, if you want to keep something from us, put it in the book. I don't believe that because I'm one to read many books, esoteric and arcane and all that. I read books that you may not think I might read. I read about Hitler and the Germans and the Holocaust. I read it because I know what they done to them was quadruple in the what? Let me see, thousands, maybe millions, and years that was done to us as a people, and we still suffer from the effects. What is it? Uh, Post traumatic slave syndrome. Some of us do, a lot of us do. And maybe if I didn't go through what I do to become that divine entity in me, I would probably be going through it too. But see, I know that I never been a slave nor a nigger. I always been a warrior, an alpha male, and a lone wolf. I'm always with my brothers and sisters in progress in a revolutionary, evolutionary, spiritual way. Since I was a little bitty baby. I mean, not baby, but it was part of it when I come through the canal of life. I came here for this particular reason of my now, my present. But what I meant was like my age from like, say, 10 to 12, 9 to 12. I was into, Black Man Volunteer Army Liberation. I was around the Black Panthers. I was, all these things, my characterization and persona and personality developed this reality where I talk like this and I speak like this. And I don't want to be no other way. I can't be any other way. There's only one way for me to be. It's only one way for me to be. That be in unity, Black love, Black aims, Black purpose, and one Black goal to establish our role and rule again by our matriarchic sisters being where they're supposed to be, and overcoming that ideology of first sin and the woman was did it, brought it about with the story in Adam and Eve. It's just a story like that, but it ain't no truth story. It ain't no truth to it. You got to overcome that and stop holding on to it. That's the only way that you're really gonna be saved. You're gonna be saved from your mental grave. See, they have manipulated us, a lot of us, so where we sell our souls and we be so programmed into what their goals they have set to keep us in check. They give us religion and we take it. You seen the picture of Birth of a Nation with Nat Turner depicting Nat Turner, how he was misleading the people in a spiritual sense, in a Christian sense. But he seen that what he was teaching was not the truth. Because he's seen the hurt that it was afflicting upon our people for them to stay passive and docile for these people. It made them into slaves and instill so much pain and killing that they instill a fear that today still be there with the, like I said, the post-traumatic slave syndrome. See, we got to let it go. Let it go. And be the powerful people that we are. Oh, man. What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? We just going to communicate the truth to one another about who we really are. And like shining stars, like that star shining now, bringing us the light of truth so that we can all come together and develop infrastructure along with or beside with this infrastructure we're under. And we can no longer take instructions from them for our self-destruction. Because when we listen to them any way or anyhow, we become programmed, like under robot control, and a lot of us sell our soul. Then those of us who become agent provocateurs working for the enemy at any price. Y'all heard about it. You heard about it with the Black Panthers, and have y'all read the Glass House tape by what is his name, Louis Tackwood, when he told you and told a story about how he was an agent provocateur, infiltrated the Panthers, infiltrated other organizations, and did things to bring police and FBI on the scene. See, we can't go for that no more. We got to be strong in everything we do. We got to be focused, strong with one purpose, one aim, and one goal. That's what people with soul all over the world. I'm talking about we got to be of one accord, like hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. We got to be in accord with that. We got to let people know what we're doing in our boycott. And not only our boycott, we got to let people know what we're doing in Black on Black entrepreneurship, wherever we at on the planet. How we support each other's businesses, Black on Black, spending our money. That's a matter of fact. Instead of getting all these name brand things, they playing games with us. You know, they taunt us and play with us, and we still spend our money. They do black faces and they do all these other things. Even the Levi Strauss supposed to be two trees where they got us hanging from. And we can't see it because it's symbolic. But everything they got is psychological warfare to keep us in that slumber. We got to come out to slumber. We got to start seeing with a spiritual eye. We got to start seeing with truth and reality of who we are. We cannot continue to walk around with our eyes wide shut, living the lifestyle of a mentally dead. They're trying to make zombies out of us through the drugs they got in our community now. That's why we got to purify our temple. I said we got to purify our temple and overcome all the intoxicants that they have in our community. I'm talking about from alcohol to the drugs. Now, marijuana is a different subject. Marijuana is a herb to grow. As long as they don't put no chemical stuff in it, then it should be all right. Anything else, all the other synthetic stuff that they make, you know, cocaine and heroin and all that, and all the BAMs and Delottas. I don't know if they still make them stuff or people still take that stuff. And what is that other stuff? Methadone and all that. All that is to keep us in a state of self-deception, a state of non-collective behavior or collaboration of coming together. It keeps us separate. It keeps us in an indoctrinated state of mind, talking about we can't do this. We can't come together. All those niggas can't do nothing. Niggas will never come together. Those niggas did come together. Those niggas did do what they did. They got us doing what we doing. The niggas is the European. Because in their derogatory statement that they tried to use in that damn time to stimulate or not stimulate, but corrupt our mind through the fear and the pain that they inflict upon us, killing and raping and all that, hanging and lynching and burning. They instill fear in us so that we can trust in their system by a way that after they did all they did, then they instilled the religion in our minds and got us to follow their way of, of what worship and all that when they don't even worship because they don't have that divine nature to do it. They deal with manipulation and hypocrisy. And they try to mock us, but they are the ones that's mocked. They got, I ain't gonna say the mark of the beast, because 666 ain't nothing like that. It's not derogatory. All it is dealing with minerals, proton, neutrons, and electrons. That is what they say is the mark of the beast, the 3 6s. But they do have the mark of the beast. It's the beast of their mentality, their reality, the beast of their nature. See, they have a beast-like nature. When I say that fully and realistically from the perspective of, I'll say, animalistic nature, because their bloodline is from RH rhesus factor. And if you look that up, then you'll know. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Google it. Do something. Look that up and look up genome primate at the same time. And look up Neanderthal and troglodyte at the same time. So they'll tell you about themselves, but it be in a deceptive manner. But when you look up human beings and you look up, if you look up Negro in it's a dictionary, an old dictionary, you know what it says? It said God. That's what it meant, God. Not only that, if you look up the word black, the same thing. Great, magnificent, God-like. But in the modern times, they wanted to manipulate our minds, so they made everything that was pertaining to us undivine. But in reality, it's all divine. That's why we can't allow them to manipulate our mind, and we follow them in this day and time. No, we got to stop. We got to stop following them in their religion and holidays. Again, look up St. Valentine's and Lupercalia. Look that word up, Lupercalia. What is it? Lupeccia, something like that. For Valentine. The other side, see, every holiday got another side to it. Every holiday. And so that's why we can't practice it, because if you just practice it because it's practicable and not really knowing what you're practicing, then in Valentine, they say you're giving your energy to these sexual rites and sacrifices that they do on this particular day every year. That's why they say, I mean, it's redundant, it's recurring. Every year after year, generation after generation, if we don't break the curse. And they are the curse. They are the cursed ones. We got to break our ties from them. Not saying that we are racist like them. We're not. We are people of, what I say, God consciousness. And that's what we got to get back into. We got to be that way, and we got to live our life that way. And we got to, it's almost not, I ain't gonna say like performing a miracle. What we got to do is be lyrical. And we got to communicate what's right and the righteousness aspect of our being and come together on all levels. We got to deal with our children first, right? We got to develop our own educational systems, right? I don't care if it's home training, home schooling, and also home training. But we need to educate our own children, because when we send them to the schools, they be dumbed down because fools are teaching them and don't know how to relate to them and teach them and nothing. They got some young European ladies or females teaching our children. And then, like, if our children get all rowdy, they get all scared, and stuff like that. So we got to inform us all. This ain't the norm. The norm is that our children, our young geniuses, especially in this day and time, the age of the IA, artificial intelligence. You got to look out for that. They're trying to replace us with Spanish and with computers. They have no more use for us. So we got to develop and be useful amongst ourselves and within their system too. We can't let them do what they want to do. But that's what they've been doing with all the murders across the land, from Sandra Bland to Trayvon White. No, Trayvon, is it Trayvon White? No, it's not. I better get that right. But the brother Trayvon, the one with the Skittles, the one that they got to do Cimarron, I seen he had postcards with the brother laying in the ground with Skittles. And it was one time said that somebody put $1 million contract on him for his head so he'll become dead. And those people who said that ain't done nothing, man. Then they got this guy doing this here, making a mockery of this death, and he's still walking around breathing this fresh air. Man, where have we allowed ourselves to go to or come to? Man, if we ain't gonna deal with, stop turning the other cheek. And I mean, that's the worst of it. It wasn't like it was a slap, it was a bullet in the chest. He killed our young brother, our young warrior, for walking down the street. Then he created a story. What is it? That law that they got. It only applied to them, though. You remember the sister shot up in the air? They gave her time for that. They let this guy go for killing a young guy. What is it? Stan Law, some crazy stuff that they kill people and say it's justified. But I ain't never heard nothing of this thing. Always hearing when it's applying to them. Don't nothing apply to us like that. We just get choked out, we get shot out, we get strangled, we get hung, we get burnt, we get everything happened to us in this modern day and time. It's like black laws and Jim Crow laws all over again. I guess they talking about this what they looking for. I think this is what they talking about when they want to take America back to when it was great. But the Europeans, whenever they was in any leadership qualities, nothing has been great. This system is operational because we have made it as such. We are the ones who make the system run as the way it does by being consumers, by being all the workers and the lawyers, the doctors, police, and everything. And we increase everything in this system at their hands, at their manipulation. And we don't even realize it. We wake up every day and do our 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 and all that, and then come home and eat a little dinner and go to bed and do it all over again. As long as we can get a car, a house, that we can be in and have the status quo on us. And you look at us now, look who we be and all that. But you're not mentally free nor spiritually free. You're really, I ain't gonna say a 12-year slave. You're a lifetime slave when you deal with in a mental grave or from a mental grave and become a Negro pen. See, we got to change this I have a dream into I dream and manifest these thoughts into reality that can't be brought or sold unless it's to the Creator and our ancestors. We can't sell our soul. We can't sell out. We can't sell our children out. We can't sell our elders out. We can't even sell our young warriors out. We all got to come together and unify through communication and unification. It's the only way it's going to be. And you can't keep like hustling the deaf in our communities, hustling the concepts that they create. Like now they're talking about mental health all in the street, that people are crazy that's doing what they're doing, but they ain't looking at the racism and the cause of these things being done through social engineering, because They don't open their eyes that wide. They don't vibrate in the energy and frequency of who we are as a people, divine people. And if they would, and it would be like knocking on wood, because we would do what we should be doing. We would. We would do the correct thing. We were doing the right thing in the light of the matter. We got to take control of every facet of our livelihood in this nation, the United Snakes of hypocrisy. Head of all democracy that's disguised in the charade of hypocrisy on a satanic administration in the criminal enterprise in the causal states. That is not our fate. We got to overcome that. And this is the time to do that. But we got to come together. We got to lock it in. We got to lock it in and overcome the thoughts of the first sin and all that type of stuff. And practice these holidays where we practice the holidays and we give our energy into their practice in the occult sciences and occult settings. And we don't even know it's happening. That's how they trick us in all the holidays, from Halloween and Thanksgiving and all of them, Easter, St. Valentine's Day, and all these things. It draws on our energy when we practice them. It's like when we send our children to school, they tell us that our children are too hyper and all that. You need to put them on some Ritalin. Then they tell you go down to the office, they give you a check. And you wanting to check for some extra money or whatever, then they give your children these drugs and your children slow down. But that ain't the way it's supposed to be. Our children supposed to be hyperactive and running around. It's their nature. They just got here on the planet. They want to see what's going on everywhere. Ah, boy. So we got to change our minds so we can change our time. And it got to be done in a divine way. And we can't play no games no longer because we got a 4-year window. And once again, we got a boycott. I say hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. We have to do that. And we don't give a ham about what they doing. They trying to stop us at every pass road, every idea that we have about a divine progress. They want to stop us and say, man, that ain't so. You can't do it that way. You better stay in your Christian fold or your Islamic fold. But we can't practice none of their religions no more. I'm telling you, no holidays. Because we don't have to. Because it's our time now. We can find ourselves now. We on the pathway of our ancestors now. In Black, African, spirituality in an indigenous way also. Yeah, over here, over there, and everywhere on the globe. Wherever we at, we must unfold this power, this divine power, because it's our hour. We can't let them dictate to us no more about anything. We have to boycott going to their stores. We got to boycott them playing games with us, playing mind games with us. These high cost clothes that we be buying and all that. Then they put some blackface on them and everybody get upset. Man, we should have been boycotting all the time. We shouldn't let them play with our mind. We got to tap into this divine time so that we can recapture our mind and be on the divine plan or part of the divine plan to take the globe back. Yes, the whole world I'm talking about. And I'm talking about in Black. I'm talking about Black people over the whole planet. Unify and be in sync. Frequency, vibration, and energy that's here is for us to make that link. If you think I'm just talking, just try it. Step back from what you've been practicing. Step into what you haven't. Step into understanding who you are as a indigenous African, comedic, original human being. Step into the reality that we had federations, that we had nations, we had everything. We had sphinx and pyramids all over the world, left evidence of who we are. But they try to destroy it by shooting off the noses and have people down there talking about they restoring, but they be destroying. They be taking out color out of the picture and putting a light hue European type semblance on the pictures when in reality they always been like us. I mean, way blacker than us too, dark black, dark blue black. But they don't want us to know the fact. But the fact is a matter of fact. And we are under attack by these same people that we rub shoulders with and have picture ops with and all that and sit at their political blocks and tables and all that. But we can't do that if we doing what we're supposed to do as a people or person. There's got to be a part of the divine movement so we don't be part of that blind movement through the frequencies and vibrations and manipulations of the energy that they got our young youth killing each other as predators would do. We got to overcome that. We got to let them see and know that they got to question themselves. It ain't about us and they ain't crazy. It ain't about a mental problem. That's just hustling the system again because the system put this out there and put that out there. First they say they this and then they say they that. And then they use you to hustle that for the money. It's all about the money. The money is a fraudulent fiat bill that ain't got nothing to back it up, but we use it to sustain ourselves. We use it as a promissory note. They make exchanges and buy things. But we got to overcome that and really get into a monetary system that we practice. If it's barter or something, we got to come from under everything that the European got. And that's from a divine essence and from a divine decree in the annals of our ancestors' writing. So we got to know ourselves because the truth is etched in stone. And now I think I'm gonna get off this broadcast and then get into something else as the sun rises so bright as it motivates me and stimulates me to do everything that's right. As a black man, as a divine spiritual entity that's focused on doing what my Lord has dictated, what my ancestors have dictated to me in my astral traveling or on my dreams or in my visions that I be having. So this is the talk that you always be hearing from me, and I hope I can help you become mentally free and open your eyes so you can see and don't be walking around with your eyes wide shut, being a Negro opinion, but be unique, be the divine creature on this planet Earth in this day and time to bring about a revolution and an evolutionary process that we take this globe back. Don't forget, hashtag Black People Comedic Boycott Ham. Don't forget, hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham for black on black entrepreneurship and sharing in our wealth among ourselves. Stop making everybody rich. Stop making allow these people come in our community and sell us all this stuff and go out the community. We don't touch that money but once. In our pocket and out. We got to stop that. We got to show them people we got more clout than that. So with that, I want to say peace, power, and love. Oh, y'all see my Brothers Huddle outfit too. You know Brothers Huddle. Y'all know y'all heard about Brothers Huddle. My affiliation with Brother Huddle too. That's right. But anyway, as I said, during this beginning of this day, we can't play anymore. It's a serious matter. We got to save our youth from themselves. And we can't just, every time they put something out there, we go out there and we try to hustle it for the money. Because we hustling ourselves and we hustling backwards. But anyway, be blessed, be powerful, and be divine. And develop your mind and your spirit in this day and time. Let your inner verse be the shining light as you come upon verse after verse from your DNA. And through the energy that comes your way and your pineal gland is activated by the melanin so you can become a divine man or woman or child. It depends, because sometimes time is not the thing that's in the way of this to happen. Some people can get it young, some people can get it old. As always, but people going to get it. So y'all be blessed. And I love y'all in every way, and it's every day. Through the air I breathe it so that I can better be able to walk among us and drop the seeds of the divine decree so we can be free once again now on our planet, in our world, not in this hypocritical, disastrous world that they have created. I ain't telling no lies. They're cutting down the trees, killing off the bees. One to give us breath, and one give us life to spread the pollen to other trees. Be blessed, y'all. Love y'all. Kane puna kasena kena hena shekoma. Shekoma heno ka hena shena megena.